Cutting circles out of tiles, you don't find it easy? Is it quite difficult for you? Today I'm going to show you some tips and tricks to make cutting circles out of these hard tiles a lot easier, so stay tuned. The tools that you're going to be using today for this upcoming tutorial. Compound nippers. Compound nippers are great because they make the cuts easier to cut. They give you double the strength. So when you actually squeeze, it's a double strength here. It's actually got a double mechanism. So these are going to make cutting porcelain tiles really easy. So compound nippers are my go-to for the porcelain tiles. The other thing I'm going to be using today is a glass scorer. So this is a glass scorer. I'm going to be using it on my tiles to make cutting these circles really easy. The other thing I am going to be using is a tile cutter. That's so that I don't get too much wastage on when I am cutting my circle out. So let's get started. We're going to trace around a template. So the template I'm using is a plastic cup. You use anything you can find, and I'm using a permanent marker to go around. Always remember to put the lid on your marker. Now I'm using a glass scorer. This glass scorer, I am tracing around that template design, and now I'm just going to go straight up. And then I'm going to start around the circle again, pressing firmly, making sure you get a good score line going around. And we've now gone around the circle. This is where the tile cutter comes in really handy. So I'm now going to use the tile cutter. I'm not scoring with it. I'm just using the pressure of that tile cutter to break this tile, easing it down. And snap. I've actually cut away part of that circle. Again, working out where I want to press it, easing that down slowly, and snap. I've actually got another good cut. Getting part of that little area that I missed out on, and it didn't come quite away. Let's go again. Snap. It's come away. Those little pieces I will get to later. So I'm still not doing any scoring, just gently pressing down and snapping that part of the tile off. This makes the job so much easier. No nipping, just pressing down with the tile cutter. You can see the score line slightly, so I'm just moving it around again, snapping it. Yep, got another piece. Just a little bit left, so bringing that tile cutter up and gently easing down. Didn't quite work. Let's go again, pressing down gently. We're getting there. Pressing down gently, and we've cut it. We can put the tile cutter away now. Now I'm using the nippers, so any pieces that I couldn't get off originally, I am now doing with my nippers, my straight edge nippers. So we're just taking off those little pieces that didn't come off with the slide tile cutter. Now I'm just getting rid of the very little areas. I'm actually not nipping per se. I'm just using the edge of the nipper, and that's done. This is the second technique. So again, go around, draw out your template using that plastic cup. This time I'm just going to use the compound nippers, and I'm gently easing into it. So I haven't gone straight into that circle. I'm just taking little bits off at a time. If you take too much off at once, you can actually end up cutting into that circle where you don't want. Also notice I haven't got the nippers all over that tile. I'm just halfway over, nibbling off. So I call this a nibble rather than a big nip.
And now that I've got closer, I can actually start taking off and evening that up. So yeah, just getting those little bits going. And don't you love the fast speed? I wish it was always that quick, but it takes a lot of effort. And remember, just little bits at a time. Don't try to take too much off. We're almost there. So it's nearly done. This is where I use that tile nipper, just gently ease. So I'm actually not squeezing, I'm just using the blade and pulling that blade down and the tile up, just to get rid of some of those sharp edges. Clearing away the table. And some of those edges are still a little bit sharp, so there's another trick that's going to come up, and I'm going to use a grinding stone. And this is a stone, you add a little bit of water, and it's usually used to sharpen knives, but I'm just going to use it here to smooth some of those edges. I'm not smoothing the actual ceramic part, just the top of it where the glazed surface area is, to get that nice and smooth. And I'm using my fingers so I can actually feel it as well as look at it. Done.
Thank you so much for watching today. I hope you make great circles from here on in with the tips and tricks you've learnt today from this tutorial. Please subscribe and remember to ring that bell. Hit the like button. We'll see you soon for more tips and tricks with your mosaics. Bye for now. I'm Cheryl Hann-Woodlock. One, two, three. Are we ready yet? We almost are.